Hey everyone, today I am working on my Altered Index 2025 challenge put on by Nonstop Paper Crafts, and excuse me, I'm working on week 31, and the prompt for week 31 is recycling. So I am going to use some recycled things, definitely this piece of recycling in my card. This metal plate was actually on the bottom of one of my frying pans. It was attached like this to the bottom of my frying pan, and one day I was washing it and this piece fell off. So as a crafter, when this piece fell off, instead of tossing it in the garbage, I right away looked at that and thought that could be cool on making some cards. So I actually have made some cards in the past with this. This is why I've got the paper taped here to mask this off. So basically, what I will do is mask off the part of the card panel and spray some ink through the holes. It makes a fun design. So I also have this old book that I have used some pages out of before. I might use that. I'm not quite sure what all I'm going to use. I've got some flower dies that I might use, and I've got some scraps of paper that could go in the recycling bin, but I have saved them for projects. So I don't know what all I will use. I think to start with, I'm going to use this Antique Linen Distress Spritz and basically cover this panel. So I'll bring in my little splatter box, give this a good shake. Okay, let's see how this works. Just want to get a good amount of it on there and actually add some water to kind of move that around. And I think I'm going to dry this with my heat tool and be back. Okay, this is how this turned out. It's got some nice shimmer and shine. I'm not 100% sure how well, because I've not really used these spritzes too much yet. So I thought of putting the darker one through here. So we'll see. I'm just going to grab my larger splatter box. And I'm going to go in with the walnut stain. Okay, that turned out nice. If I can carefully get it out of there. Look at that fun pattern on there. I'm going to set that aside to dry. And I do not want to waste what is in here. So I'm going to carefully lay that down, and I'm going to grab a panel. So I've got a couple different panels of this is just regular white Hammermill cardstock, 100 pound, and this is a white shimmer cardstock from Michaels. So I'm just going to lay that on. Look at that fun pattern. I'm going to set that aside to dry. And then there is still some on there. It's probably more so in the corner pieces. Let's see what that does. Oh, that's fun too. Kind of a nice little grungy look. And I'm just going to grab one more and just kind of go around here and there. picking up some extra there. And I will clean this off and come back. So I did go ahead and dry this. I don't know if you can see much shimmer on there. And don't like that color. Oops. Maybe some of that. Maybe some of that. Maybe some of that. I don't even know. Kind of wondering about doing a couple of those flowers. Are those even going to be big enough? What else do I have? Just a second. Okay, I went to my stash of dyes and I have this Essential Greeneries dye, which I believe is by Uniquely Creative. And I'm wondering about maybe cutting a couple of these out. Know what I should cut them from, because these are kind of small. I don't think that's going to fit. The little guy might fit out of there. You know what, I might just grab this leftover piece of white cardstock and die cut some of these and maybe spritz them with one of these spritzes that I used. I don't know. I'm just going to cut a few of them out and let's see what happens. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cut some also out from a book page. Okay, I have some white ones, some gold ones, and some book page ones. I really like the book page ones, but I don't think they're going to stand out well on there. Unless I kind of backed them. No, I don't think so. But I will bring in my splatter box. And let's try that one first. And I'm going to do it with the antique linen. And actually, let's do that one also with the antique linen. Grab my tweezers to very gently take those out. And let's try this one with the walnut stain. I don't know if any of these are really going to work on here, but I'm going to do that one also in the walnut stain. You know what? I'm actually going to do that in the walnut stain and see what that does. Obviously, it's going to darken it a bit, but I don't know if it will be something that can really be used on here, but you know what? Let's try this one too. It's really wet. Okay. I am going to go off camera and dry these. All right, let's take a peek at how these would even look. I feel like those ones are too light. I almost like these ones. Although the card looks really dark to me. Those just don't really seem to fit. Okay, I have cut out some more things. I don't know what all I will use, but I felt that the gold stands out a lot better. Not sure if I'll throw in any of the book page ones with it or just let's see. Might have a little one there. Do I want another one? Kind of in there. Well, let's get out the Bearly Art glue. Okay, let's start with this big guy first. Let's do this book page. I am trying to hurry because I have literally about 15 minutes before I have to leave for my nail appointment. And I'm trying to get this card finished before I leave, but we will see how long it takes me. I think I'm basically just gluing pieces on and gluing the card down, so it shouldn't be too bad. Let's put that one, how about there? And I will use that sentiment, be your beautiful self, and I think I do want to stick a little leaf under there. Something like that. I'm kind of at the point of rushing right now. I will put that off to the side. Oh, okay, that was my husband in the hallway. You know what, I think that's gonna work, so let's grab a card base and pop that on. And let's just use this glue. All right, this is my card for week 31 of the Altered Index 2025 challenge put on by Nonstop Papercrafts. And the prompt for week 31 is recycling. So I have used some recycling to create this card. Anyways, thanks for watching and I hope you have a wonderful, peaceful day.